This is Karen.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Shane.
Today we're looking at part 2 of experiencing the majesty of
Lake Tahoe.
And the vocabulary words are harbor.
Harbor.
My uncle loves to watch the huge ships come into the harbor.
Peak.
Peak. Josh's
goal is to reach the mountain's peak before the end of the day.
Stretch.
Stretch.
Louise drove faster as the car got on to an open stretch of highway.
Icy.
Icy.
I heard that we'll be getting some icy weather this week.
Shade.
Shade.
As the sun went down, the sky was filled with different shades of orange, yellow, and red. So beautiful.
Beautiful like Lake Tahoe?
Definitely like Lake Tahoe. So last time you talked about how beautiful it was,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, and so what can you do in Lake Tahoe? So in the winter, if you go there, probably you're going to go skiing.
Oh,
It's
so
a
there's like a
huge-
huge ski resort.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really big tourist destination all year round. And in the winter, most people go there to go skiing. And from those beautiful mountains, while you're skiing, you can see the really, really pure water of the lake. It's like 99% pure.
And I think
So
people
clear.
said that it's one of the clearest lakes in the whole world.
That's right. And if you want to go down to that lake, there's really beautiful beaches too.
Okay, beaches, but you just talked about skiing, but that would be so cold, right?
Right.
Snow and skiing. But go to the beach in the wintertime?
Well, you wouldn't go in the winter, probably. Most people will go in for the summer. They'll go there to enjoy the water activities.
Like jet ski,
jet skis,
water skiing,
or just swimming.
Nice.
Yeah, or just enjoying the sunshine and lying down on the beach. But the water is cold all year round.
Really?
Because they're still up in a mountain and it's pretty cold there, even in summer.
But I guess you can always wear a wetsuit.
Yeah, to keep you warm.
Nice. I would love to visit Lake Tahoe.
You really should. If you go to California, you should definitely check it out.
All right, and you guys too.
Okay.
We'll see you there.
See you there.
Experiencing the majesty of Lake Tahoe.
On day 2, we discovered the most beautiful beach on the lake, Sand Harbor. At this beach, a mountain peak provides the backdrop for a long stretch of bright white sand. It is also a showcase for the beauty of Lake Tahoe's unbelievably clear water, which is 99% pure. In fact, it's one of the clearest lakes in the world. For me, it was water that I had just had to swim in, even though it's icy cold all year round.
Experiencing the majesty of Lake Tahoe. Part 2. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
Wow, that was a big introduction, like a National Geographic special or something.
Well, we've got to be very, very, very careful today to not forget just how majestic Lake Tahoe
how grand
is.
and impressive and special. Well, it is a 500 square kilometer lake on the border between California and Nevada. It's great in the summertime for your water sports. It's great in the winter time for your mountain sports like skiing. You can do anything, anytime there, and it's fun.
And a married couple
is having a good time.
Did all of these things and more. Well, maybe not all of them, but they did see a lot and do a lot while visiting majestic Lake Tahoe. Anyways, more from this married duo. On day 2, we discovered the most beautiful beach on the lake. Sand Harbor.
Sand Harbor. All right, look for that place on a map. This is the second day of their holiday there, and they're visiting the most beautiful beach on the lake. They're there in the summertime, so they're enjoying the warm weather things that you can do, like going to the beach near Sand Harbor. What is a harbor? Well, here it's the name of the town, but technically a harbor is an area, protected area of water surrounded by land where boats can kind of come in tie up, load, unload. It's like a parking lot for boats, but it's also safe. It protects them from big waves and storms and things like that. Keelung has a big harbor. Kaohsiung has an even bigger harbor. And if you're on a boat and you want to get off safely, go to a harbor. Otherwise, you might face rocks or you might have to swim over from the boat to the land. Harbors make all of this loading and unloading much easier and safer. For example, my uncle loves to watch the huge ships come into the harbor. You can see him there in the hills near Keelung with his binoculars, watching all the different types of boats loading and unloading. He loves the harbor and all the activity.
Boring.
That's my uncle for you.
Anyways,
You know.
back to this beach, which is definitely not boring. At this beach, a mountain peak provides the backdrop for a long stretch of bright white sand.
Mountains, water, together.
Gosh.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Just
Now,
like
here we have-
Keelung.
just like Keelung, exactly like that. Anyways, here we have the word peak to talk about. A mountain. Okay, it kind of goes like this, like a triangle. The top of that triangle is the peak of that mountain. The very top of a mountain is the peak of a mountain or the summit of a mountain. Now, sometimes there are many mountains in one place and they can all have their own peaks, the highest point for each of those mountains. For example, Josh's goal is to reach the mountain's peak before the end of the day. Then he wants to go home and watch the ships enter the harbor with his uncle.
Well, it's a good way to relax. Anyways, we also have this word, a stretch of something, a stretch of beach, a stretch of road, something like that. What are we talking about? We're talking about something that's long and it kind of goes off into the distance. If you're on a highway and you're driving and there's no cities near you, you're looking at a stretch of road. You're probably not in a city with corners and red lights and buildings all around. You're somewhere where it just kind of goes off until it disappears, till you can't see it anymore because it is so far away. Think of a long beach, one of those beaches in Brazil or Hawaii that just kind of goes off and it feels like you could walk for 2 hours and you would still be walking along this same beach because it is a long stretch of land or road or something like that. Not wide, not a big area around you, but going off in one direction into the distance. For example, Louise drove faster as the car got onto an open stretch of highway. No corners, no curves, nothing going on, no cars even. She's driving in the middle of nowhere, a long stretch of highway. So there you go. We have this mountain, we have this beach. It's all close together. It's beautiful, it's perfect, and it is also a showcase for the beauty of Lake Tahoe's unbelievably clear water, which is 99% pure.
99% pure.
Wow, so this is mountain snow that melts and comes down into the lake. There are no car factories or, oil plants or anything like that nearby. It's really clean water. You could probably just drink this water straight out of the lake.
Maybe you could, because in fact, it's one of the clearest lakes in the world.
You can see right to the bottom.
Which means that it's probably pretty clean too, but don't take my word for it. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. For me, says our author, it was water that I just had to swim in, even though it's icy cold all year round.
It's mountain snow water.
I had to take a dip. I had to go in this water. It beckoned to me. I wanted to take a swim, even though it's pretty cold. It's icy cold, like ice all year round. Yes, if something is icy, it might have ice in it or around it, or it might just be really close to freezing, really, really cold. By the way, this word icy is an adjective. For example, you could say, I heard that we'll be getting some icy weather this week, so bring a heavy jacket. It's going to be very cold. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天继续来看课文作者和他太太的太浩湖游记。他们第一天是从南太浩湖开始，然后北上前往内华达海滩，然后第二天继续北上。那他们发现了湖边最美的海滩是 Sand Harbor 沙港。那在这个沙滩上面呢，可以看到一座山峰为一片明亮的白色沙滩提供了背景。好，这边有3个单字 Harbor 表示港口、海港。那么船会在港口装货卸货。Mike 老师这时候用到 unload， 在 load 前面加上 un 就可以用来表达卸货的意思。好，那么单字例句提到说，我叔叔喜欢看大船入港。那这位叔叔也许是拿着望远镜在看吧。老师说到 binoculars 就是指双筒望远镜，它是拼作 binoculars。binoculars 它常常都是用复数形表达。再来看 peak 是指山峰、顶峰，我们也可以用 summit 这个字 summit summit 表示山顶、顶峰。好，再来看 stretch 当动词可以表达延伸、展开。那么在课文里面它是当名词用来表达可能像是土地啊、水域或是道路的一段、一片的那种意思。好，那么作者接着写到说，太浩湖是世界上最清澈的湖泊之一。那对他来说，那就是他得要下水游泳的水，尽管那边的水终年冰冷 ，icy 就是形容冰冷的、结冰的。好，这边有3个重点。第一个，关系代名词 that 引导关系子句去修饰先行词的时候，如果这个关系子句当中的动词是不及物用法，它带有介系词的话，这个介系词就不能移到关系代名词前面哦。举例来说 ，The man that Barbara talked with yesterday is a lawyer. 昨天和 Barbara 聊天的那名男子是一位律师。好，那么句中的关系子句当中有介系词 with， 这时候它就不能移到关系代名词 that 的前面。如果关系代名词改用 whom 来写的话，它会写作 The man whom Barbara talked with yesterday is a lawyer. 好，那这时候你可以把 with 移到 whom 的前面，写作 The man with whom Barbara talked yesterday is a lawyer. 好，第二个重点 even though 是 though 或是 although 的强调用法，来表达说尽管虽然。那么它是用来强调说，虽然某个情况已经成立，或者是已经是既定的事实，可是还是有某个结果。举例来说 Even though it rained, we still had a good time at the beach. 尽管有下雨，我们还是在海边玩得很开心。第3个重点，片语 all year round， 它是指一整年或是终年。例如 The amusement park is open all year round. 那间主题游乐园全年无休，整年都有开。好，接着回到课文中。
Experiencing the majesty of Lake Tahoe.
On day 3, we hiked around Memorial Point Overlook. There, along a shoreline trail, we saw striking scenes straight out of a painting. Different shades of blue mixed with large rocks. Surrounding all this are peaks that stretch up to 3,000 meters above sea level. At that height, they have snow on them even during the summer.
Okay, for any of you who thought we were done talking about Lake Tahoe, boy, are you ever mistaken. Let's hear some more from this adventurous married duo. On day 3 of our trip, we hiked around Memorial Point Overlook. And there, along a shoreline trail, we saw striking scenes straight out of a painting. Different shades of blue mixed with large rocks.
Wow, sounds very dramatic.
Blue and rocks together paintings.
Okay, I want to Google it and see what this looks like.
Bob Ross.
It does,
Google
exactly.
Bob Ross.
It does sound very, very beautiful. Absolutely. And when you have different shades of colors, this just adds to the beauty of something. A good painter like Bob Ross will know how to use different shades, or even a photographer or someone putting together clothing outfits, that type of thing, because shades are basically different varieties of the same color. If you say light blue, medium blue, navy blue, dark blue, these are different shades of blue, some with a lot of sort of white mixed in, some with almost some black mixed in, but there is that blue in there. So yeah, when we talk about different types, even different names, right?
Yes.
Daffodil, sunflower, whatever, golden spear, these are all different.
Burnt umber.
Burnt umber. These are different shades of yellow, basically. Light yellow, medium yellow, dark yellow, that type of thing. Provided by the light and the dark and that kind of stuff mixing together. As the sun went down, the sky was filled with different shades of orange, yellow, and red. It's not just red, orange, yellow. It kind of blends in, and that blending is provided by all the shades. So beautiful, wonderful. Bring a camera. If you're a painter, bring some, whatever painters use when they're painting in the mountains. And surrounding all this, around you or around our couple as they're hiking, surrounding all this are peaks, mountains that stretch up to 3,000 meters above sea level. Yes, we can use the word peak not just to talk about the top of the mountain, but mountains in general, right? The Rocky Mountains are filled with great peaks that are perfect for skiing or something like that. Mountains, basically. Up to 3,000 meters above sea level.
High. Yeah. That's high. And at that height, they have snow on them even during the summer.
Making your painting even better.
The hottest part of the year, they still have snow, and Bob Ross is happy because he can paint some happy snow on that happy mountain.
Happy little trees, too.
All right, and many, many happy trees as well. All right, folks, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Bye-bye.
好，第3天，作者和他太太来到纪念点观景点 Memorial Point Overlook， 去那附近来徒步旅行。那么他们就沿着湖滨步道走，看到如画般的景象，有深浅不同的蓝色，然后混合着大岩石，周围还有山峰围绕。那些山峰的高度高达海拔3000公尺，所以即使是夏天，它也有雪覆盖着。好，这边有一个单字 shade。Shade 可以用来指颜色的色调、浓淡程度。那么 Mike 老师提到说，无论是绘画、摄影或是要搭配服装，都要注意颜色的色调。好，老师用到 outfit。outfit 就可以用来表达全套服装，或者是为了特定场合所穿的服装套装。那老师们还有提到一些色调的英文，像 daffodil 是水仙花， sunflower 是向日葵，那么它们可以代表不同的黄色色调。还有 burnt umber， 它是类似比较深的红褐色，是土红色的那一种。那老师们还有提到一位叫做 Bob Ross 的人物，他是一位已故的美国画家，以前他有主持绘画节目哦。那也许作者和他太太所看到的美景，就跟 Bob Ross 画的风景画很相似吧。好，我们接着回到课文中。
Experiencing the majesty of Lake Tahoe.We
spent our final day at Kings Beach at the lake's northern end, a popular area for water sports including water skiing, jet skiing, and parasailing. We found it is also the perfect place to watch the sunset, a picturesque way to end a great trip. As a lover of mountains and lakes, I quickly named Lake Tahoe my favorite vacation spot.
Sadly, everyone,all good things must come to an end, and yes, the trip of this married couple there at Lake Tahoe, it had to come to an end as well. The next line says we spent our final, last day at Kings Beach at the lake's northern end, a popular area for water sports including water skiing, jet skiing, and parasailing. We found it is also the perfect place to watch the sunset, a picturesque way to end a great trip. And again, I'm sure Bob Ross would have loved to paint this.
Another time you definitely want a camera or some paints or whatever.
Or Bob Ross.
To capture this beautiful, beautiful scene. And it says, as a lover of mountains and lakes, I quickly named Lake Tahoe my favorite vacation spot. Sounds like this couple will be going back there sometime soon. And it sounds like a place that you might want to put on your must-visit list next time you're doing your swing through the western U.S. Sounds great. But yes, maybe bring a wetsuit if you're going to do some of those water sports, because it could be cold in that lake.
Okay, what do you think, everyone? Does Lake Tahoe seem like a place you'd like to visit? Why or why not?
Well, I think I'd enjoy visiting Lake Tahoe because I like some beautiful scenery and lovely vistas, you know, places up high you can look and this wonderful scene is kind of stretching out below you just like a painting. It sounds pretty nice.
It sounds fantastic. I would love to visit Lake Tahoe for the exact same reasons. All right, folks, our lesson is now in the books and it's time for us to say bye-bye.
Take care.
好，最后一天，作者和他太太来到太浩湖的北边，那边有一个国王沙滩，是水上运动的热门区域，它也是看日落的理想地点，很适合在那边享受日落美景，然后为你的旅程画下完美句点。刚刚 Mike 老师用到 vista 这个字 ，V-I-S-T-A， vista 可以用来指景色、景观或是远景。好，那么最后补充一下，文中有提到一些水上运动，像 water skiing 是指划水。Jet skiing 表示水上摩托车，还有 parasailing 是指这个反闪运动或者是水上拖曳伞。好，以上是今天的课程讲解，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
See you next time.